Hi, everybody. Today you are going to learn about a fantastic restaurant opened last July in Louisville that has something for everybody. Literally, are you gluten-free? Here you go. You have a dog? Here you go. You got kids? Here you go. You like beer, wine, good food, outdoor, indoor? Tune in and you're going to learn a lot more from Brittany.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hey everybody, I'm here today with Brittany Bartlett. She is the GM and part manager of Rocky Mnt Tap and Garden here in Louisville, and we're outside because it's a beautiful day. And why don't we just get started with you telling us a little bit about yourself as well as the beer garden and what it's all about here.
Awesome. So yeah, my name's Brittany. I'm a general manager and part owner of Rocky Mnt Tap and Garden. I was actually born here locally. I was born and raised in Louisville and Lafayette. Went to college in Florida, but had to come back. I've been in the restaurant industry my whole entire life. For the last 15 years, I actually worked at the old Louisville Inn before it became 740 Front Street. It was an old Irish bar, which is pretty cool. But super excited to be here at Rocky Mnt Tap and Garden. What we're doing is really cool. We're really trying to strive to be a community-oriented restaurant where you can bring your friends, you can bring your family, you can bring your puppy dogs, you can bring your kids. There's a little bit of everything, something for everyone.
Awesome. Well, you have a great location. So let's talk also real quickly about what was the inspiration of starting the business?
So Rocky Mnt Tap and Garden, the goal of myself and Garrett Nicodemus and Paul Rossi was to create a really family, community-oriented place in Louisville. In Louisville, family-friendly. There's Lucky Pie, there's Sweet Cow, but there's not really a place where you can go and bring your kids and you can relax, you can have a beer, you can have a glass of wine, and the kids, they can play in the beer garden. We have cornhole, we have ladder ball, we have Jenga, we have all sorts of stuff. The kids can play, you can relax, have a glass of wine, have a beer. We also have an arcade in the restaurant, which is cool. They can get little rubber duckies, they can play pinball, all sorts of things. We want you to come and relax and let your kids play. It's our biggest goal. Or let your dogs play.
Awesome. That is so cool to hear. So speaking of your location, what do you love about Louisville?
So again, born and raised in Louisville. I actually went to St. Louis right over here for elementary and middle school, but love the town. It just has its own heartbeat, and anyone that's lived here really knows it. Me and my fiance, we had an apartment in Broomfield. We're actually moving into Old Town. We're renting a house, so we're super excited to be able to walk to downtown.
Yeah.
Excited for street fair, all the fun activities.
Oh, fun.
But here at Rocky, we really want to be a place centered for events. Mm-hmm. I don't know if any of you guys have been to any of our events, but we had a super awesome St. Patty's Day event. We had a huge Easter event, and we're going to be doing family-friendly events throughout the spring and summer. July 4th, Memorial Day, Mother's Day. So definitely keep your ear down to the ground, and we'll be having these awesome events for you.
Found on parkbench.com.
Exactly.
So what is the most rewarding part of your work? You might have kind of answered that a little bit, I think, but do you want to expound on that?
So the reason why I love my job is I am here for the guests. I am so happy when I have a guest and they love the prickly pear margarita I made for them, or they had a burger and they were like, this is the best burger I've ever had in Louisville. And just the enjoyment of the guests, all the hard work we do and seeing the guests be like, that was awesome, this was great. That's the most rewarding part of my job. And seeing when we do events like the Easter events where the whole community is together, there are people on our grassy area laying down, having picnics, relaxing, having this family-friendly safe space is the most important thing to us.
I love that. That's so special, and we're glad you're here. And what kind of vision for the future do you have?
So vision for the future, again, we actually want to build out our beer garden. So we're going to be doing some more stuff building out coming in this spring and summer and fall. But events, again, is going to be one of the most important things. We're going to be doing Mother's Day event, 4th of July event, Memorial Day event. We really take great pride in doing sponsored events. For example, we did a search and rescue dog fundraiser. That was super awesome. We raised a lot of money for them. In June, we're going to be doing a sponsored event for Res Dog. It's going to be an adoption event. So we're really trying to use this place to raise money for companies that need it. During the Marshall fires, we raised money for one of the Marshall Fire events. So we're really trying to be a safe space where people can come, trying to help other companies and businesses out.
Wow, really checking a lot of boxes for our community. And so speaking of a lot about events, but what about any special promotions? Do you have anything going on you want to talk about?
So at Rocky, we're always doing something fun. On Tuesday, we actually hold our own trivia night. It starts at 6:30, and us as managers and owners, we write all the questions, which is super fun. Garrett heads that up, and he does an awesome job with it. Wednesdays are really fun too. We do live music on Wednesday nights, which most people don't know about. And then during the summer, we're going to start doing live music on Saturday nights also, out here in the beer garden nice and relaxing. And then Thursday's a really fun day. We do bottomless wings on Thursdays. It's $19 and it includes a free beer. So all the power to you. How many wings can you eat?
Oh, those are awesome. Those are great. And I'm sure you're active on social media. So what are the shout outs for your,
So please follow us. We're on Facebook and Instagram. It'd be facebook.com/tapandgarden, TAPN garden, GARDEN. Same thing for Instagram @tapandgarden. So please follow us, like us. And if you're ever here, you take an awesome photo, please tag us. We'd be happy to share that out.
Awesome. That's terrific. And we will also put a contact slide on the end of this interview in case people want to just read that themselves. Okay, so anything else you want to share? Like, I don't know, maybe in the gluten-free world?
So actually, gluten-free and celiac safe is super, super important to us. One of our owner's wives, Garrett, his wife has celiac. And so we made it a priority in our kitchen to be a celiac safe environment. So we have a different prep area, a different fryer. We want you to be able to come in and have gluten-free fish and chips, a gluten-free burger on a bun with fries. We want you to be able to experience our elevated bar food, but also being gluten-free and celiac safe.
That's so considerate and very mindful of so many different people out there. And sounds like you're going to maybe have an event on.
Yeah, so actually coming up, we're doing our first ever celiac safe gluten-free awareness. It's for the month of May, but it's going to be on Saturday, May 13th. We're going to have 13 different vendors, all with gluten-free food, celiac safe, food, drinks, live music. Should be awesome. So please come out on that day, Saturday, May 13th from 1 to 5. And we're raising a portion of our sales is going to go to the National Celiac Foundation.
Oh, that is just wonderful. I tell you, I learn something new every time I do one of these interviews. You mentioned the arcade and that it's very kid friendly. So just to touch on that again is that it's not just for adults, but obviously the drinking is for 21 and older, but there's a place for kids to do the arcade. So I just wanted to reiterate that. That's fantastic. And then one thing I was really impressed with is that you've got this QR code. We all know what QR codes are now, but you want to just kind of maybe, to explain how yours works a little bit differently.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. When you go inside, actually, we have a 30 part beer wall. So you actually get a card, you can go and it's a self-serve beer wall where you get to pour the beer yourself, which is awesome. So you can pour tastes, pints, flights, whatever you want to do, which is awesome. It's very self-service. But when you come either to a table or the beer garden, we have a QR code that you can scan and you ring in the food yourself and it's brought to your table. So super convenient in the beer garden. You're hanging out, you want a margarita, you want a burger, you scan the QR, boop, boop, food and drinks delivered right to your table.
Boop,
super
boop.
Awesome.
Love it. I love it. This has been fantastic, Brittany. I've learned a lot, and I'm just really excited that you guys are here investing in our community and just doing so much and for our community and families and everybody. So thank you so much for this interview, and look forward to seeing you with a beer in our hands.
See you next time.